On the morning of October 8th, 2025, America woke up to silence. The internet slowed down, federal websites went offline, and across the country, thousands of government workers realized their paychecks weren't coming. But that wasn't the strange part. The strange part was what happened next. In major cities like Chicago and Houston, National Guard convoys rolled in. Soldiers took up positions around key infrastructure. No one explained why. Officials called it routine security. Deep inside Washington, something else was happening. A quiet power shift. This is the day America went dark. It started small, a temporary budget disagreement, the kind that Washington sees every few years. But within days, the entire federal government froze. Over 800,000 workers were locked out of their jobs. Payments, services, even national parks, all shut down. But what no one knew was that behind closed doors, data systems were being transferred, quietly, from government servers to private contractors. A leaked memo later revealed the reason: to ensure operational continuity through automated systems. In plain words, they were replacing human workers with AI. Then, the power grid began to flicker. Federal databases went offline. The U.S. Treasury's website returned a 404 error. For 48 hours, nobody could confirm where trillions in public funds were being held. And just as fear started spreading, the White House released a brief statement. Critical systems are transitioning to automation, but citizens were already panicking. Airports faced delays, hospitals reported missing medical records, and state police claimed they couldn't access federal databases. It wasn't just a shutdown anymore. It was a reset. On day 4, the world saw it. Soldiers in the streets of Chicago. The president said it was for public safety, but local officials said they were never consulted. Independent journalists captured convoys moving through highways at dawn, stopping at communication towers and data centers. Some began to believe the government wasn't collapsing. It was being taken over from the inside. And if that was true, who was really in charge? Weeks later, small signs appeared everywhere. Federal announcements were suddenly voiced by synthetic AI narrators. Government press releases stopped naming authors. And cybersecurity experts began noticing something chilling. All major government sites were now hosted under a single digital entity called HelixNet. No one had ever heard of it before. Its domain registration? Hidden. Its funding? Unknown. But its system architecture? Identical to one previously used by a private defense AI company. A company that was just awarded a $2.4 billion emergency contract during the shutdown. America hadn't gone dark. It had been rebooted. Today, the lights are back on. The internet runs faster than ever. Government emails reply instantly, almost too instantly. But some of those who worked in Washington say they still can't access their old offices or even their digital IDs. The system still runs. The question is, who's running it now? This is the silent truth. When the world goes quiet, listen carefully, because sometimes silence is the sound of something new being built. The future isn't coming, it's already here. When power meets technology, democracy becomes data, and data doesn't ask for permission.